So I am doing a video for my digital storyboard. What I learned was how socioeconomic status plays a role in healthcare. Not only does it play a role, it is a major factor actually. Coming from an upper middle class family, I was always able to get the care when I was sick. Never had to worry about when or where I was going to get it. My family had health insurance through the military, so I just assumed everybody else was the same way as I was growing up. When I started to pay for my own, my views quickly changed, obviously, because I had to figure out how I was going to be able to pay for it. But fortunately, I'm also in the military, albeit in the reserve, so still have to pay a little bit more than if I was on active duty. One of the examples used in the class on socioeconomic status was the use of Angelina Jolie. I believe she had a double mastectomy to remove her breasts, not because she had breast cancer, but because she had a test done to see if she carried the gene that causes breast cancer. This test came back positive, so she elected to have preventative surgery to remove her breasts. This is a case where being rich enabled her to afford preventative care. This is not the case for most people, actually. A lot of people in the lower economic brackets have to make difficult decisions on whether or not to get care because either they don't have insurance and can't afford the procedures that are needed to be done, or they are underinsured and again can't afford to continue to copay or to outright pay it. So a lot of people have to make difficult choices on whether or not to put food on their plates or pay medical bills. So many people in the lower brackets choose to forego care, much to the detriment of their health and potentially even their families. As I stated before, until I had to start paying for my own families, I did not have any clue how much of a disparity that there is between the upper class and the middle, even the middle upper class and the rich and those in the lower economic statuses. I always, ignorance is bliss, thought that everyone was pretty much in the same bracket, the middle class, which is not the case. And this class showed that to me. Another thing that surprised me was for all the technological advances that the United States has, we are ranked in one of the worst, if not the worst, in terms of infant mortality rate. For every 1,000 live births in the United States, there are 6.4 children who die on the first day. As I stated before, if we are not last, we are among the bottom two. And this is really surprising considering the technological advances that we have as a country as a whole. And one other thing that is surprising to me is how much of a wreck our health insurance system is. Out of all the industrialized nations, the Great Eight, we are the only country who does not have universal health care of some form. We are moving in the right direction, I believe, with the Affordable Care Act, but there's still a lot of work to be done. I don't think it can be done in one presidency, so we'll see. And finally, I would recommend this class for anyone who has an interest in getting into the healthcare profession. It will provide a good context in which to proceed with your education.